Hello girls and boys, I'm Jean Wellborn with Cardinal Lane Book Fairs. With me today are Cindy Brewer and Caleb Moore, and we're going to share some information about some of the wonderful books at your book fair. When I think of fall, I think of football, and then when I think of football, I think about the great lineup of books that will be at your fall book fair. So stay tuned, we have some exciting information coming forth. Thank you.
Boys and girls, do you love silly poems and silly songs? I know I do. One of our books, Smelly Locker, Silly Dilly School Songs, is full of great poems and tunes that you can sing along with. What about, I'm very stressed, I just had a test. I didn't study, and so I guessed. Isn't that a great rhyme? If you'd like to read that and lots of others, check out this wonderful book.
In Star Wars, Join the Rebels, we learn about intergalactic legend Luke Skywalker and his quest to join the Rebel Alliance. The Rebel Alliance are fighting the evil Empire, who are led by Darth Vader. Can Luke join the Rebel Alliance? Can he fight off Darth Vader and destroy the Death Star? Find out in Star Wars, Join the Rebels.
She's back! Yes, the lady who swallowed the chick is back. And there was no lady who swallowed some leaves. If you want to find out why would she swallow leaves and hay and pants and rope and a pole, you'll definitely want to check out this fun new book, There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed Some Leaves.
Boys and girls, are you lucky enough to have a pet at home? Is your classroom lucky enough to have a class pet? In Teacher's Pets by Dale Ann Dodds, the class is full of pets. Children have brought their roosters, their goats, their dogs, their frogs, their turtles, their crickets, and lots of other pets, and never have they taken them home. By the end of the school year, that classroom is pretty crowded. Is the teacher going to have to keep all these pets over the summer? You want to check out Teacher's Pets by Dale Ann Dodds.
Girls, I love Fancy Nancy, and she's at it again. In Fancy Nancy's Spectacular Spectacles, why, what is that a fancy word for? That's a fancy word for eyeglasses. Well, Nancy's best friend Bree, her eyes hurt at school, and she is going to an ophthalmologist. Why, that's a fancy word for eye doctor. Well, is she going to have to get glasses? And if she does, how about Fancy Nancy? Maybe she wants glasses too. Well, if you love Fancy Nancy as much as I do, you definitely want to find out about her new Spectacular Spectacles.
In Jeff Corwin, Creepy Crawly Critters, learn all about some of the arthropods, which is a fancy word for bugs, that live in the southwestern United States. Learn about spiders and scorpions, centipedes, millipedes, and tarantulas. Learn how they make their homes and how they live in the desert. This is a really cool book, and if you like science and if you like bugs, you should check it out.
Students, are you glad fall's here? I know I am, because I'm ready for some football. In the book, Perfect Passers, you learn about great NFL passers like Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and my personal favorite, Phillip Rivers of the San Diego Chargers. This is actually a Phillip Rivers jersey. Did you know that he's worn number 17 since he was in high school back in Alabama? His father had been number 17. When he was at NC State, he wore that number, and now as a passing quarterback for the San Diego Chargers, it's still his uniform number. If you want to know about some great passing quarterbacks, check out NFL Perfect Passers.
Another great new book at your book fair is going to be A Fairy Tale Fall. Join all of the wonderful Disney princesses as they go through fall. So if you ever dreamed of being a princess, you're sure to enjoy A Fairy Tale Fall.
Students, if you've enjoyed Junie B. Jones, Judy Moody, and Magic Tree House, there's a new series you'll want to check out. Frankly, Franny is tired of being a kid. She is actually ready to get a job, and she wants to find ways to help out like the adults do. In Frankly, Franny, she goes with her class to a radio station, and when the disc jockey, the one who's doing the song playing, leaves for a moment, Frankly, Franny decides to get on the radio and begin talking. Oh boy, she's going to be in a lot of trouble. In the second book, Doggy Daycare, she decides that she knows as much as vets, and she decides that having a doggy care business would be a perfect job for her. If you're already thinking about what you want to do and you think you could do a great job just like the adults you know, you're going to love the Frankly Franny series.
Do you like mystery and solving problems? Well, join the Hardy Boys, Frank and Joe Hardy, as they go on 2 new mystery adventures. The first is Trouble at the Arcade. Frank and Joe, whose dad is a private investigator, have learned a lot from his stories about being a private investigator while they were growing up. One day they're at the arcade when some cash goes missing from the cash box. Can they find out who did it? And the Secret Files number 2, The Missing Mitt, Frank and Joe have to find out who stole their friend Jason's lucky baseball mitt. Can they find out if it was the opposing team or was it someone else? I don't know. You'll have to read the Hardy Boys' Secret Files, The Missing Mitt, and Trouble at the Arcade.
Bats! Are they spooky? Are they creepy? Are they scary? Actually, bats are quite interesting. In bats, you'll learn lots of interesting facts. Did you know that if you built a bat house that within 6 months you'll have bats come and live there? Did you know that bats eat thousands of mosquitoes? I know I don't like mosquitoes, so I'm thankful for bats. Well, they're fascinating creatures, so read all about them in the exciting Bats. Well, students, I know you found and heard some wonderful books that you are very interested in at your book fair. So tell your parents, tell your grandparents, friends, and neighbors. We'll see you at the Cardinal Lane Book Fair.